big breaking news now coming in. We're learning a train in Pakistan has been hijacked. At least 100 passengers are feared abducted, and we're learning the Baloch rebel group, BLA, that's Baloch Liberation Army, is behind this. They have seized the Jaffar Express train in Pakistan's southwestern province of Balochistan and abducted over 100 passengers. Remember, the members of the Baloch group, that is the Baloch people, are considered to be as the oppressed people here in Pakistan, and well, they've been at the mercy of Pakistan since some time now. We understand now Baloch rebel groups now have hijacked this train, and at least 100 people are feared abducted. Let me go across to my colleague Arjun as well. He's getting us more details on this. Arjun, what more do we know about this hijacking?
That's correct. The Baloch Liberation Army, a militant separatist group, in fact, from Pakistan, has claimed responsibility for the attack on Jaffar Express, which was ferrying around 400 passengers. It was on its way from the country's Quetta to the southwestern Balochistan province to Peshawar, of course, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where it was fired on. The militants have claimed to have taken over 100 hostages. Meanwhile, security forces, according to prelim reports, have reached the site of the incident. This is in the Mushfaq area of the Bolan district of Balochistan. Meanwhile, the Balochistan government has also imposed emergency measures, and all institutions have been mobilized to deal with the situation. We just got a statement from the government spokesperson Shahid Rind, the Baloch government spokesperson. Meanwhile, this comes at the back of the 2025 Global Terror Index, placing Pakistan again at the number 2 spot, only second to Burkina Faso. It's also important to note here that the country, for the first time since the Global Terror Index was started, recorded more than 1,000 terror attacks in just 1 year. That's 2024. And of course, we'll keep on getting you more as this situation develops and what happens. But for right now, it's not looking so good for the Pakistani establishment.
We are also learning the Jaffar Express was traveling from Quetta in Pakistan's southwestern Balochistan province to Peshawar in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa when it came under the fire. We understand the BLA had taken control of the train after it was derailed, and also there are people who've been killed. At least 6 military personnel, Arjun, we are learning, have been killed, with more than 100 passengers, including security personnel also, who've been taken hostage.
Well, that's correct. Those are the initial reports that are coming in. In fact, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, also considered PTI Supremo Imran Khan's stronghold, has been a constant. There's been constant battles going on between militant groups, multiple militant groups, BLA being one of them, of course, the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan being one more. So the situation, of course, is just going bad to worse, if we may say, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and around Pakistan.
Also, tell us about this region. Well, Pakistan's southwestern Balochistan province, from where this train was traveling from, that is Quetta in Pakistan's southwestern Balochistan province. It was going towards Peshawar in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. But we understand the Baloch province people, the Baloch people have been protesting since several years now, asking for freedom from Pakistan, and we understand this could be seen as a reaction to that, Arjun.
Of course, for decades together now, the Baloch people have in fact been demanding freedom from Pakistan. The matter has been raised in the United Nations, on multiple international forums through the decades of we've seen. Pakistan was also allegedly supporting the Taliban regime, the Haqqani network, and all sorts of militant organizations. It was festering. Now all of it is just coming back to bite the Pakistan establishment, more the ISI, and of course the military.
Okay, what more do we know, Arjun? We are understanding the BLA so far has said that they've released women and children, and also, of course, Baloch passengers who were traveling on that train. Other remaining hostages, that is the men here, they are mostly the serving personnel of the Pakistani forces?
Yes, that's absolutely correct. In fact, speaking of the terror index, which has just come out earlier this week, Pakistani police and army have been at the forefront, and they're the biggest targets of these militant organizations. So, taking from this, the militant organizations are not targeting civilians. They are not really after, Baloch residents or civilians in the area. Rather, they are after the army establishment, the police establishment, the administrative establishment that has been bogging them down for decades and decades altogether.
Absolutely. All right. Well, the attack comes just days after various Baloch resistant groups had been advocating for Balochistan's independence from Pakistan. They had announced a new offensive against Pakistan, and also the Baloch National Army. This is a unified outfit now that has been named in response to the alleged Pakistani operation. Well, Balochistan, we understand, has been grappling with years of insurgency and has witnessed several terror attacks in the recent years. And this is the latest that is being added to the list of attacks. We understand that this train that was bound for Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has been hijacked now. More than 100 passengers have been abducted. Thank you so much, meanwhile, Arjun, for getting us all those details there. We'll come back to you later as more information comes in.